Man, I feel like it's so much power in being silenced, but I just got a lot to say. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a life update. I haven't done one of these in forever. I love my microlinks. I love them. The skin is skinning, hello? Don't let these niggas out here be stressing you out. I'm about to fill y'all up with some positivity and things in life because I feel like we need it. We need some positivity. We need something. We need something. First thing I need to do is this, my little caddy that I got just full of makeup that I don't really use for real. Okay, I don't use none of this stuff, so I'm gonna put all this stuff in here. I probably need to clean this out, but I'm not gonna clean it out. I want to though. What you gonna do, Jaelah? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna clean it out real quick? Minus one. I was not supposed to be cleaning this out, and look at me, cleaning it out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. I'm always losing the top to some shit. Leave it to me. Go Jaelah. That's me. Okay, so first of all, I hope you guys have been doing well. It's been a minute since we've been in this space, like just talking and chatting. I haven't done one of these in a minute, but I'm so happy to be here. I missed y'all so much. Let me just do my eyebrows and then I'm gonna restart this whole video. Hey y'all. Wow, I look kind of crazy. Okay, let's set these eyebrows and let's get this foundation on because girls, we're looking kind of crazy. How are y'all? What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm sorry, I gotta get this together because it's looking kind of crazy right now, okay? I came on this on the track looking like goddamn, y'all finna click off the video. Don't click off, I'm finna get it together. Anyway, how are y'all? How are y'all? I miss y'all. I'm just up here ready to just casually just drop some, you know what I'm saying, gems right in your lap, okay? The world is fucking crazy right now. There's just a lot going on right now. And I just need to come up here and talk with y'all and chat with y'all and see what's up with y'all. I ain't did it in a minute and I missed y'all. Y'all miss me? I have been so mentally sound lately, like spiritually, mentally, I have been so grounded and I have been so sound. I think it's been because I've been watching, you know, what I say. I've been watching what I do mostly. Like my actions, I've changed my actions. My mindset about certain things have changed and it's reflecting like in my mood and in my spirituality and in my life overall and the way I feel when I wake up in the morning and just my outlook. But I have been so sound lately. I got a little testimony for y'all before we get into this video. Let me tell y'all how good God is. Let me tell y'all how the universe works and why you should never worry about anything because everything's always gonna work out. So I went to go pay my rent on the 1st. Well, I paid that bitch on the 3rd. I paid that bitch on the 3rd, yeah. I can't even say the 1st. I ain't even one of them. I paid that bitch on the 3rd, right? And that shit was like $3,200. I'm like, what's this? Now, granted, my rent is high, but it's not $3,200 high. So I went down there because I had the note on my door. I noticed that like the late fee that they had up there, the late fee said $131. So I already went down there like, all right, I already know what this is. Like I already know like the universe got me because the late fee was $131. Anytime I see my number, like I know that's my angels talking to me. They're like, girl, this shit's about to work out. Like, don't worry about it. So I go down there and we're talking. And so there was no proof that I had re-signed my lease. So they had added like a month-to-month fee. And I was like, oh, okay. So she's looking, she's like, well, do you have any proof that you know, re-signed your lease? And I'm like, I mean, I don't know. Let me see if I can look through my pictures, see if I can find anything. So she's like, let me go get your file. So I'm like, okay, cool. So she go get my file and she opens up and she sees like a renewal letter. Somebody had wrote just renew, like at the top. They just scribbled it in black ink, like renew. So I guess that was like saying like I was gonna renew my lease. And she was like, well, because this says renew up here, I'm gonna honor this. And you know, don't even worry about it. Like you don't have to worry about anything. And I'm like, okay, cool. So she's like, let me look at your account. So she looks at my account and she's like, wow, you've been overpaying. So now there's a credit on my account because I've been overpaying my rent. Like, look at God. Like, look at God. Like, I ain't have to worry about nothing, you know? Like that, I don't know why that got set up like that, but like it worked out, you know? I don't know what's about to happen next month, why, what I needed that extra money for or what, but like Everything just always works itself out, and I don't even know why I be tripping. Why do I be tripping? As soon as I saw that late fee said 131, like I was like, all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. And why do we trip? Like why do we trip when we know like the universe guides? You know what I'm saying? Somebody asked me yesterday, like, oh, you wasn't worried, you know, about that? And I was like, I don't worry about shit, honestly. I don't worry about nothing because the universe got me, God got me. So what do I need to worry about? I literally, that is wasted energy. That is me just trapping myself in my mind. I don't have to worry about anything. People can call me crazy. People can call me what they wanted to call me, but this shit is tried and true, tested. Like, I haven't worried about nothing since the day I was born. I ain't worried about shit, and everything just always fucking worked out. So I've just been in this like mental space where like, I don't know, I've just been in this mental space where it's just like, I'm not worried about anything, and it's so peaceful. I think that having faith and releasing control is like one of the hardest things that you have to overcome, like one of the most challenging things that you have to overcome in your spiritual journey. I don't show as much of my spiritual journey as I want to, and I feel like that's because, you know, social media has kind of made it so like people don't really show the bad, the ugly, you know. That's why I kind of been gravitating more towards TikTok. I spend more time on TikTok than I spend on Instagram, than I spend on Facebook, than I spend on Twitter, because TikTok got real shit on it, like real people just being real. Instagram is like good for like inspirational things, you know, when you need to find somebody, when you need to find people that are like, it's good for like inspiration. But when you want to relate to somebody, you know, you come to YouTube, you come to TikTok, and even YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Like, even YouTube, people cut out the ugly shit, you know? I know, because I did it before. Like, you know, so, but it's like on TikTok, I've seen people live their like real lives, you know what I mean? And that is inspiring to me, because when I first started on social media, like, people were showing their real lives, but not as real as they get on TikTok, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's like a privacy thing or if it's like a appearance thing or like what it is, but I admire the transparency so much, because especially like when you can relate, it's like, thank you for being a sacrificial lamb, because like I wasn't gonna say it, but you said it, so I appreciate you, you know, I support you. I think it's hard to be transparent on social media, especially in your healing journey, because first of all, they've made this whole healing journey look like fucking crystals and plants, and it's not. There's like, healing can be rough. Like, it's not no smooth sailing shit. You know, you literally unlearning habits, digging up past traumas. You are using everything as a learning experience. You are having to hold yourself accountable. You are having to be consistent. You are having to show up for yourself. These are all things that you've probably never done before, you know, and it's hard to kind of like snap yourself into just, you can't just snap yourself into that. Like, you literally have to learn how to do it. That's why it's a journey. But there are parts of a spiritual journey that people don't show on social media, and it's because social media is just not like a safe place for stuff like that, at least I feel like, in my opinion. Like, for instance, like, I feel like meditating is very important, but the way y'all see people meditating on social media, just peaceful, girl, when I get to meditating, sometimes I ugly cry, like snot, ugly cry, huge release. You know, sometimes I release so much. Like, meditation is not always peaceful and singing bowls and shit. Like, sometimes you really be in that bitch crying, like full-blown emotions, everything. And social media doesn't show that side of a spiritual journey. There's so many like vultures on the internet where it's like, you got people that are healing and that are comfortable within themselves, and you have people that like to use people like that as prey. Like, they like to prey on people like that, you know, like you just never know who's watching, you know. So it's kind of like you have to be diligent in finding out how much you want to share or who you want to share it with, because yeah, you helping people, but at the same time, like, people use that type of stuff to make themselves feel better, like to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, like people will just use it for bad. And there's a lot of people out here that I feel like don't have no souls. And I don't know how true this is, like in the spiritual world, but I feel like there's people in this world that are just fillers. They're here for a reason, they're here for a purpose. You ever look into somebody's eyes and you just don't feel nothing at all? You know, like these school shooters and stuff, like I don't feel like these people have souls. Like, I feel like they have agendas, I feel like they have a purpose, but I don't feel like these people have souls per se. you know. So you got these little filler people that are here to like, you know, test you, trigger you, things like that. And I don't think that everybody in this world is like real, you know. I think that there's a lot of like made up stuff here, you know, because Earth is a planet for learning, you know. So like people will really use that, like especially with the whole like baby mama, baby daddy thing. Like you cannot even talk about that shit on social media because people will just be like, aha, that's what you get. Yeah, bitch, it is what I get, but this is my motherfucking life, okay? It is, you right. You right, and I don't want nobody to feel bad for me, but this is my life, you know? So if I want to talk about this, I feel like I should be able to talk about it, but it's one of those things that like, that's why everybody thinks that motherhood is like peaches and cream, and being married is peaches and cream, and a spiritual journey is peaches and cream, because people don't show these back, like the shadow sides of shit, you know what I'm saying? For good reason, you know, I understand why. That's why I appreciate the people that do. I feel like everybody is capped because everybody just only wants to show those highlights of their life. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I just feel like it's a little misleading, you know? It's a little misleading, especially like it's so much that I want to tell these young girls about, you know, what I've learned about being a single mom, and I've learned so much about men in the past 2 years since I've been single. I've learned so much about myself, and it's so much that I want to share, you know what I mean? But the minute you want to talk about, you turn into a bitter baby mama, and you baby mama drama, and all this other shit, and it's just like, well, bitch, guess what? I'll be that. I'll be that because I got shit that bitches need to hear. All right? I'll just be that. And it's not done with any malice or, you know, harmful intentions. It's just the fucking truth. It's just the truth. Oh, man. I didn't blend that out. Damn. What is you doing? Girl, moving too fast. It's me not blending out my contour. But yeah, like, I feel like social media is a hard place to be. You know, especially like Instagram and stuff, when you're overwhelmed or when you're going through a spiritual journey, like you really got to stay grounded within those things, because you can look at somebody else's life or you can look at, you know, you can look at things and it can kind of cloud your judgment a little bit, you know what I mean? So you have to be funny about social media, especially like Instagram and things like that when you're on your spiritual journey, because that stuff can kind of just cloud you. Everybody has an opinion. Like everybody has an opinion. So when you are on social media, I don't know, you just don't know these people that just, you know, just because it's popular don't mean that it's like the right thing to be or the right way to be. Like we all could just be on this fucking app trauma bonding. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? So you just kind of got to stay really grounded within yourself. Like you got to know yourself when you're dealing with like social media and shit like that. And it's crazy because I found myself on social media. Am I lying? Yeah, I feel like social media is one of those things that you kind of have to be careful about when you in your healing journey, because just juggling too many things, like when you're overwhelmed and when you have anxiety and things like that. Damn, what was I supposed to be talking about? Social media. I was talking about transferring social media. But yeah, I just kind of feel like social media is one of those things where you have to like pick and choose, you know, be diligent about, because it can cloud your judgment, it can cloud your mind. It's all, everything is an illusion, you feel me? Like a lot of that shit's an illusion. And it can kind of put you in a dark place. You make you feel like your life not together. It make you feel like something wrong with you. It make you feel like the way that you think is something is wrong with that, you know, if you're not in the mental space. So you got to be careful about that. Like, I feel like when you become overwhelmed with life, like social media is one of those things that's the first thing to go for people. You know, when you tune into the people that you tune into and the accounts that you want to follow, but for the most part, you got to block out all of that shit, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Because you got to block it all out in order to like ground yourself and like really get your mind straight, you feel me? So yeah, that's like one of the first things to go. And especially with like everything going on in the world, like I feel like everybody's emotions is everywhere, everybody's finances is all over the place. A lot of people are struggling with a lot of things right now, and you need a lighthouse, you know, like it's feel dark, you know? But in this time where things feel so uncertain, this is like one of the tests that I feel like the universe has. It's teaching you to be faithful. It's teaching you to have faith. It's teaching you to trust. It's teaching you to release control, because you're not in control of none of this shit anyway. Look at me. Y'all, how y'all think I ended up here? Y'all think I did this on purpose? I didn't do this shit on purpose. I just ended up here. People say, how you get into social media? Social media picked me. God put me in this path because this is what I'm supposed to be doing. We have control, but not that much control. The things we do have control over are our actions, our thoughts, how we choose to spend our time, how we choose to spend our energy, how we choose to respond to things, how we choose to look at things. That's what we have control over. But all this outside shit, we don't have control over none of that shit. So whenever the world and the tension is like thick like this, I feel like this is a time for you to really, really trust the universe and really understand that like everything is just really gonna be okay. You know, like this shit always works out. Like every time I've been knocked down, I've been able to get back up, and every time I got back up, I look in the mirror and I'm like, damn bitch, like you are resilient, like you are strong, like ain't shit broke you now. Like nothing has been able to break you, bitch. You might be in, bitch, but you don't break. You don't fold. Like you can't break me. Like I'm protected by the universe. You can't break me. So with like everything going on in the world, like I don't know if this is a trauma response or what, or what I've just been doing lately, but I've been submerging myself into me. I've just been so focused on me and what I like and what I need, and it's been hard for me. Like in the past years, like it's been hard for me to be able to do that because that's not the way I learned to love. The way I learned to love was I had a codependent parent that needed me. So I never knew what it was like to need me. I never felt that. I never knew that type of love. I never knew what self-love was. I never knew what it felt like to use my own energy. I've kind of always been surrounded by leeches, you know, and this is a part of my journey that I feel like I was surrounded by these people to learn this very lesson at this very moment. But that's the way I recognize love. And you know, so I had a codependent parent, and that's what I thought love was, you know, just somebody always needing me and being a rock and being a backbone and draining my energy and throwing myself under the bus over and over and over and over again. I thought that's what love was. That's the way I learned, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know nothing else. It's like I was in this box. And then, you know, I found someone that I thought was, you know, it felt the same. It felt the same. And I was like, wow, remind me of my, you know what I'm saying? It was a repeat. It was a karmic cycle. So that's the way I thought love was. So now I'm just kind of still doing the same thing that I've been doing, you know, this people pleasing mentality, this giving all of my energy away, things like that. Like I was still stuck in that. And now I'm having to unlearn all of those, you know? And the way I started by unlearning it is by changing my mindset about not being a victim. Like I am not a fucking victim, okay? I'm not a victim. You know, oh, he did this to me, she did that to me, I didn't have this, I wanted this, I needed that, I wanted that. You have to learn to give that shit to yourself. Because what you gotta understand is everybody is in a different part of their journey. Everybody is in a different part of their life. And just because you're ready to unlock those skeletons and unbox those traumas does not mean that the person that's responsible for doing whatever they did to you is ready to do that. You have to learn how to heal yourself, or else you're stunting your own growth at their expense. So I had to get out of this victim mentality where I was just, you know, like, oh, they did this to me, they did this to me, they hurt me, they did that, they da. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be the person that I am today, you know. And I fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm a dope person. I love me, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with me harder than I fuck with anybody else in this world. So why would I be mad at them for the things that they did? It made me who I am today. There's no harm, there's no foul, there's no bad blood, there is no beef. I love you, you know? That's why recently I did a meditation. I just kept writing down more love, more love, more love. Like, I love you, you know? And then when you put it into perspective, you pan out and you realize that those people need love more than you do. And you actually possess the love inside of you enough to fix yourself and heal yourself and to also still love them. That's where the power's at. So now you moving from victimization and you stepping into empowerment. Because now it's like, instead of you taking from me, I'm giving. You know, I'm just gonna give, but you can't take from me no more. I'm giving. It's a whole, one thing about them tables, they always turn, okay? One thing about them tables, they always turn. It's a whole like 180 when you look at it that way. Because now it's like, I love you enough for the both of us. You feel me? You don't even have to love yourself. I love you, you know? And you be that light. And no matter what, you always be that light. You do not conform to the ways of this world. You do not let this world change your heart. Like, and that is what I feel like this shit is all about. Staying true to you, finding your way, finding your purpose, and just being a light. I'm not from this planet. I'm not from this planet. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not from this fucking planet. That's why I don't fit in here, okay? I don't know these people here. This shit look real unfamiliar, okay? I'm not from this planet. I'm not from here. These people around me, it's so much like having to guard your energy. That's that empath shit, bro. That's that empath. And it's so much power in being an empath once you learn how to control, how to stop tuning in to different people's energies and tuning into what different people need and to tune into what you need. Because that's the issue. You were an empath, but you're a young empath, you know? So you didn't know that's the way you learn. That's the way you learn. You know, we attract narcissists. We attract people that want to use us. That's what we are. Like, bitch, condoms, okay? We be condoms. We be used. Oh, shit. Wow, I started preaching for a second. But just to be like that's that empath shit. That's that empath shit. That's that empath. Learning, tuning into different people's emotions and picking up on what people need. It is not your job to fix these people. It is their job to fix them. And it is so much easier to latch onto someone than to look inside yourself and figure out what you need. It is so easy to latch onto somebody and use somebody as a band-aid, as a safety net, because it feels safe, it feels secure, than it is to dig inside yourself and figure out what you really, really need. Okay? Like, just think of it as like people just reaching out. They reaching out, they gonna grab whatever they gonna get. But if you're not accessible, bitch, they can't get you. They can't grab you. How you gonna grab me? I'm way up here. You can't grab me. You can't reach me. That is the whole purpose of a higher self. You so above all of the bullshit, all this low vibrational shit in the world, that you are just at this peace. Your mind is free. You are at this free, that is the goal. That is my goal, is to have a free mind. Once you free your mind, everything else will follow. All this shit be in our head. We be trapped inside our head. All of this shit is we got programmed like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some earth shit. This is some human shit. This is not this is not our spiritual selves. Like, this is a learning experience, you know? We have to learn how to use our powers. And that's what I'm gonna call them, because that's what I feel like they are. Being an empath is powerful. You're not a weak bitch, okay? You're powerful. You can become weak though when you let people drain you, when you let people take from you and you don't have nothing else. But that's a journey. That whole thing is a journey within itself. But you can be weak, but you're not a weak bitch. Once you figure out how to tune into that, and you know how you talk to somebody, I don't know about y'all, but I could talk to somebody and I could instantly know that they like words affirmation. You know, I can instantly talk to somebody and know like what they're insecure about, or know what's bothering them, or you know what I mean? No, you know what I mean? Like the more people talk, or you know, you look at body language, you feel energy, like you can kind of tell, you know. And my job as an empath is to see that and to do absolutely nothing about it. You know, I do a little something, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful today, but that's just me being nice. But like when we talk about like real relationships, you know what I mean? Like real shit, like people will really, really drain you. You have to tap into that, and you have to be like, no, no. Like you have to train you have to stop being such a sponge, okay? And that's why I said submerging myself into me. Everything I'm soaking up is all me. My energy, what I want to do, what I like to do, what I want to feel, it's all me. Like I'm just submerging myself into me, showing up for myself every single day. Maybe not every day, maybe every other day. But one of these days, bitch, I'm gonna show up for myself every single day. I think that the real meaning of finding balance, right, is prioritizing yourself, your needs, your happiness over anybody else. That's the real meaning of balance. Let's be real. Sometimes I look at my house would be a mess or something. My friends would call me and I'd be like, oh, let's go on a lunch date or something. Let's go to the beach. You know, can I really afford to go to the beach right now? You know, if there's things that I want to do, I have to use my time wisely. You know, that's another part of it, holding yourself accountable. You have to hold yourself accountable. Like, you have to be like, you got to sit yourself down and be like, bitch, you're tripping. Like, you know that you should have did X, Y, and Z, but now it's crazy because when you submerge yourself into you're the only person that you can blame that shit on. You can't blame that shit on nobody else. If your shit out of whack, it's because it's your fault. And that's the biggest teacher of them all. You are going to be your best teacher in this whole spiritual journey shit. You are going to be your best teacher. So whenever you feel overwhelmed with life, just submerge yourself into you. Get off of social media. Stop worrying about these niggas. Don't worry about nothing else. Just only worry about the shit that serves you. I stop entertaining shit that don't serve me. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, if you take away and you disrupt my energy, I have nothing for you. And I'm not saying that you gotta completely cut people off, or, you know, because, you know, but just, I keep shit very surface level with people, with things that can get too deep, too fast. Bitch, if you gonna sponge into anybody, sponge into yourself. Breathe life and put light onto everything that you touch, you know? Like, I'm 27 years old, like, and I'm doing this. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, I'm still finding myself at 27 years old. And that's okay. That's okay. Because timing is everything. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Don't look at anybody's life and compare, and you know what I mean? Like, maybe they're in a different season than you. Like, don't do that, you know? Whenever you're feeling anxious about anything, submerge yourself into you. Because everything that you want is on the other side of fear. And I feel like fear and anxiety go hand in hand. Whenever you're anxious about something, there's some type of fear or something tied into that. Okay, Jackson was playing this video, and it was a bear hunt, going on a bear hunt. And it was like, they hyping themselves up going on this bear hunt, and then they get to this puddle, and they get through this tall grass, and they like, can't go over it, can't go under it, you just gonna have to go through it. And that shit spoke to me. You cannot do nothing in life but go through it. You can't go over it, you can't go under it, you just have to go through it. The only way out is to go through it, you feel me? And you either in this shit or you out this shit. There is no in between. Either you completely oblivious and you trying to ignore it, or you facing it head on. There is no in between. You can live life completely oblivious if you want to. You could try. I just think that you're just gonna keep getting met with more resistance. The universe gonna keep trying to show you. This wasn't filming this entire time, but that's okay. What I was talking about was how you gotta have a lot of mental power during your spiritual journey, because they're gonna send you tests, you know? They're gonna test you. God gonna test you. And to see how far you come and to see if you're ready for the next thing, the next chapter. But if you not ready for the next chapter, you can't get more because you're not ready for it. If you got it, you fumble it. So you gotta just keep going through these tests, and you gotta go through that shit. That's what I was talking about. You gotta go through it. You just gotta go through the test and through whatever life fucking throw at you. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to not be okay sometimes. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm telling y'all, this spiritual shit is not all peaches and cream. Like, it's really not. Like, there is gonna be some nights, you know, where you feel defeated, where you feel like you want to give up. You know what I mean? Where you just feel like shit too heavy on you, you know? But God, I promise you, won't give you nothing that you can't handle. And I feel like whenever I have like a hermit phase, or like I feel really, really low, like the lower I go, the higher I rise, you know, when it's time for me to come back up. But I just gotta go through whatever the fuck I'm going through, whatever storm, you know? When it rains, it pours. I just want to be here to tell y'all that the universe always look out. As long as you do everything with good intentions, you got a good heart, you got a pure heart, don't worry about none of that shit. You ain't got to worry about nothing. I know I'm one of God's favorites, you know what I mean? I'm everybody's favorite. My whole motto right now is don't talk about it, be about it, all right? I got a lot of things up my sleeve. I got a lot of things to do. I got a lot of work to do. Consistency is key. And that's all the heart and showing up for yourself every single day. What you want to do. If you got work to do, get to it. Cut out all the bullshit. Even if you feel like something is hindering you or holding you back, because I know how that feels too, even in the current situation that I am. Learn how to put your energy in places that serve you. Man, I feel like it's so much power in being silenced, but I just got a lot to say. I just got so much to fucking say. I can't be silent. You know what I'm saying? I admire you. You know what I'm saying? I admire girls, the Lori Harveys, the Karens, the Karen Jinsus. I admire them bitches, but it's so much power in being silent. But bitch, I just got so much to say. And if I won't supposed to say it, then why would God make me one of these girls that got so much to say? Why would you do that? Jaelah always got something to say. You damn right I do. And when I talk, y'all gonna fucking listen. Love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I'm done with my makeup. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. Whatever it is that you feel like you might be going through, fuck it. My mama taught me that. My mama taught me that. Fuck it, okay? I can't wait to come up here and chat with y'all some more. I got a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I say that all the time and then I don't never talk, but I just be in my head. I think I'm done with that. Being in my head shit, I'm done with that. So I love you guys, and I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out. Oh yeah, I'm not vlogging this month. Sorry, just had to throw that in there. Sorry, working on something else. I love y'all. Bye.